Hello, Iowa State University. My name is Brad Traeger. I teach health and physical education in Janesville, Wisconsin. If you're not sure where Janesville is at, if you go to Wisconsin and you go all the way to the bottom of the state, we're right in the middle. We're pretty close to the Illinois border. We're a community of about 63,000 people. We have two high schools in Janesville. I teach at Craig High School. I've been here at Craig the last 14 years. I've been teaching a total of 18 years. I started out my career in Galena, Illinois for 4 years. I started in 1995. I started in 1999 here in Janesville. I've been here ever since. So it looks like I'm one of probably a few people that have been asked to be part of this Adopt a Teacher program, and I'm excited to be a part of it. And so hopefully I'll be able to help you guys out, and in return I'm looking forward to learning all kinds of stuff from you guys as well. So your instructor had asked me to answer a few questions. I kind of went down the list and answered all of them on a couple other recordings, and I went like 12, 13, 14 minutes, so I think I'm just going to answer a few of them. I'm married. I have 4 awesome kids. They range in ages from 14 all the way down to 8. I've got 2 girls. I got a freshman. I've got a 7th grader, and then I got 2 boys. I've got a 4th grader and a 2nd grader. So it's pretty busy here during, well, always. So that's a little bit about my family life, I guess. A little bit about my background. Like I said, I started in Galena, Illinois, small town of about 4,000 people. I was teaching primarily health education in Galena in the middle school and high school. And so in 1999, I had an opportunity to come here to Janesville and teach just high school. They were looking for someone to actually develop their health program, health curriculum here in Janesville. And so I did that, and pretty much while I've been here at Craig, I've served as primarily just a health teacher. I've served primarily just as a physical education teacher, and I've served as both. To be honest, I wasn't really strong in technology to start off my teaching career. I started getting interested in it by seeing what other people were doing and just, kind of tinkering around and trying new things, and that's kind of what led me to where I am today. What technology do I have available at my school? We're a school of about 1,700 kids. We do have quite a bit of technology, but we're not a one-to-one school. We don't have iPads or devices for every single kid, but we have, I think, 3 Chromebook carts, like classroom sets that can be checked out. We have multiple computer labs. We have, I know we have 1 full Mac lab. Actually, we have 2 full Mac labs. We have iPads you can check out. We have iPods you can check out, like classroom sets. In our department, every PE teacher has an iPad that they can use. Most teachers have either a desktop computer or a laptop that they use. So technology, I mean, it's all over the place, but we're not a one-to-one school. We're more of a BYOD school, where students are bringing their smartphones, tablets, things like that, and we kind of encourage them to do that kind of stuff. With a large high school, it's a little harder to outfit every student with an iPad or with a netbook. To be honest with you, I mean, most of the stuff that I've learned has been more self-taught. Technology changes so much, even our media specialists kind of rely on us because we're the ones out there looking and finding things as we're researching, what we want to do for lessons, and then finding some cool thing, but we're maybe not 100% sure on how to use it, and so we can go to our media people and say, hey, have you heard of this, Glogster or whatever, and then they can kind of help us with that. So that's really where I've gained a lot of my, I guess, knowledge and comfort in technology, is just trying things, trying new activities, seeing things at workshops, seeing things at the conventions, maybe seeing what other teachers are doing. Our district does run some classes that you can take, but it's really up to you whether you take them or not. A lot of times they provide training for you if they know that you're doing something with technology. For example, they just put a telepresence room in our building that I'm going to be teaching a health class using, and telepresence is these 3 giant screens. The technology is crazy, just crazy awesome. So I'll be teaching kids at Craig, in the classroom, and then via video I'll be teaching kids from Parker through this huge room. It's pretty amazing. So I got some training on that, sort of mandatory because I'm using it. But that's about it. Other than that, it's primarily been me, seeking it out on my own. My students and resources they have, I mean, we're a public high school, so we have the gamut of really low functioning, low performers, and we have very high performers, So we have, and then everything in between. So how comfortable am I with technology? And I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with it. I don't mind trying new things. I don't mind experimenting. hearing about something, researching it, and then implementing it and see how it works. So, with technology, that's been kind of a fun thing, just to learn new things and try new things and stay. I don't know if you want to stay ahead of the game, but I started way back with just overhead projectors, and then PowerPoints, when that came out, that was a huge deal. And so PowerPoint stuff and using audio, and then YouTube came around and using YouTube things, and now creating my own videos. So there's kind of an evolution as new technology came about, and how I can use that as a tool to be able to teach kids. What kind of management tools do I use in my classes, technology wise? I'd say the big ones are Edmodo, Socrative, Kia, and Poll Everywhere. Those probably are my top 4. I don't want to go into too much detail on all of them, because I could spend probably 5-10 minutes just talking about each one of them. But Edmodo is kind of a Facebook Messenger type of thing, where I can send videos and I can connect with kids. They can send me messages. I can send them messages. It's a pretty easy, useful thing. I'd say that's probably my biggest one, is Edmodo. Socrative is a kind of an in-class quizzing type of technology, where they can use their phones as like a keypad, and I can put questions up on the board, and then they can use the keypad on their phone to answer, and you can do different review games, things like that. Kia, it's spelled Q-U-I-A. That's an online quizzing program. I usually use those for my video lessons and unit tests. It's really easy. It self-grades, all that kind of stuff. It's really a time saver. And then Poll Everywhere. Poll Everywhere is more like a anonymous sort of discussion text type of program, where I can put a question up and kids can respond via like actually texting or writing, and then put their opinions, their thoughts, answers up, and it all shows up in real time up on the board. So those are probably the 4 technologies that I think are the most useful for me. I try to keep it to some simple things rather than trying to use too much. But as new things come along, I like to try some stuff. Favorite lesson that I've used with technology and with the flipped or blended model that I've used in my health education classes. I did a video on the male reproductive system, and then I made a separate video that was an analogy comparing the male reproductive system to the Green Bay Packers. Now, understand, I live in Wisconsin, but I'm a Chicago Bears fan, so that's primarily why I use the Packers for that analogy. But it's a little 2-minute clip, and it uses the analogy of the male reproductive system as the Green Bay Packers. It's pretty entertaining. The kids get a kick out of it. So that one's kind of fun. It's on my website, www.healthteacher101.com, and all my stuff is on there. So anyway, that's probably my favorite one to date. A lot of the video lessons I did on relationships are fun ones to watch. It's generated a lot of interesting discussion in class. So I'd say that. But I don't want to go into too much stuff. I'm sure there'll be kind of conversations back and forth. I think that's what this whole process is about. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. Just introduce myself, talk a little bit briefly about what I do and where I'm from and who I am. I'm looking forward to this process and seeing kind of where it leads, what I learned from you guys, and hopefully I can answer some questions, maybe make you guys think a little bit differently, maybe challenge you guys a little bit, and we'll kind of see where everything goes. So I look forward to kind of connecting with you guys as the semester goes on, and should be a fun experience. So thanks for the opportunity, and I will be checking in with you guys soon.